Hello, everybody. Welcome to Do All the Things, the GDQ Hotfix show all about herbs and speedruns and completionist categories in general. I'm your host, Mr. Shasta, and today we got a lot of Mario. We got 3 hours of Mario for y'all. Got New Super Mario Bros. 2 100% of Damshin here. It's gonna be a lot of fun, honestly. I think the New Super Mario Bros. Series is honestly full of a lot of banger speedruns. This is definitely no exception, to say the least. Love especially playing all the star coins and all the stuff we do throughout runs like these. They really enhance like that 2D platforming experience. I think is really fun, especially in this series. I think without further ado, let's get right to it. So I'm Jan. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me once again. So hello, I'm mchan338, and welcome to my speedrun of New Super Mario Bros. 2. Very excited to be here. This is one of my favorite categories to run of this game. So real quick, the intro is not included as part of the run, so don't start the timer as I go through the intro. Time starts when I start moving on the map and into the first level. So I'm just gonna go through the intro and then talk about the run as we go through the intro. So today I am joined with.
Hi everyone, my name is Etiquette. I normally run Pokemon, is probably how you know me, but I actually did run this at SGDQ 2018, very, very long ago. I ran Warpless actually. So, bit of a shorter category, but this game is a lot of fun, and I'm excited to watch it.
So to talk about 100%, 100% is it is a 3-hour category. Basically, you have to get 5 stars on your save file, and to get 5 stars, you have to, of course, beat the game. You have to beat all the levels. You have to get all the secret exits. You have to get all the star coins. You have to complete the star world that is unlocked after you beat the game, and then the one part that makes this category really bizarre is you have to max out all your lives. That is crown lives, which equates to 1,110.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can't really get that many lives when you're just speedrunning the game really fast. So we do have this, but fortunately we do have something that we came up with in order to make this category really fast. So I'm ready to begin the run if you guys are.
Yep, whenever you're ready, for sure. Just count us down.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so beginning the first level, many people who watch speedruns of any Mario game are mainly familiar with any percent, and so 100% is going to be very different. So I have to power myself right away because that is required in order to get the second star coin of this level. When you get a checkpoint as small, then you get a mushroom for free without having to get a mushroom, and I'm going to get a fire flower because that is required to do the next level. So there's my second star coin right there. You needed a mushroom for that. And then I'm going to go into this pipe, which will blast us up to our first sub area. Since this is 100% and I have to get all the star coins, you'll be seeing me go out of my way in every level in order to get all the star coins. Some star coins are located in sub areas that you normally don't see in most other categories. And at the end of the level, I am going to try and grab the flagpoles in a very specific way. You want to grab the flagpole at the 2,000 point mark because Mario and the flag both stop at different. They move at different speeds, and you want them stopped at the same time. And the 2,000 point mark happens to be the optimal point. And there's so many levels that we do in the run, so trying to achieve that as much as you can adds up a lot.
I used to run New Super Mario Bros. 1, and there's a tech in that game where you have to turn around before you hit the flagpole in order for it to save a little more time. Is that present in this game too?
That is not the case for this game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the 2,000 point mark, and it conveniently is just out of reach of a normal jump. So if you just have a running stretch right before it, you do have to do one of those triple jumps that gets you a little bit higher. 1,000 points is decent. I think it's the second best option, but you're definitely shooting for the 2,000 whenever you can.
Alright, so this is where we need the fire flower for. So if you shoot a bunch of fireballs in that pipe, then a mega mushroom appears. If you played the first New Super Mario Bros. Game, this was one of the more famous power-ups in that game. You turn big, you destroy a lot of stuff, and you need this power-up in order to get that star coin right there. And there we go. That is 1-2. And now we're going to get introduced to our main power-up of this game. If you played Super Mario Bros. 3, then you are probably familiar with this. It is the Super Leaf. So you turn into a raccoon, and as a raccoon, then you can you can glide over obstacles and as well as fly over a bunch of stuff. But then there's also some special tech that if you play this game casually, you might not know about. So, Etiquette, why don't you talk about that?
Sure, yeah. So basically, when you gain your P speed, the same as Super Mario Bros. 3, and whenever you jump, you'll start to lose that speed. But if you go and attack like this, you can actually both keep your speed and gain a bit of height at the same time. And as long as you touch the ground, you can basically refill your P meter instantly. You just need a little bit of running speed on the ground. So there's going to be a lot of flying over levels, although probably not as much as some other categories, just because we do have to do a lot of these sort of sub areas. But it's really cool. There are a lot of auto scrollers in this game. Specifically, the any percent category has a really good number of auto scrollers considering how short it is. But those auto scrollers, a lot of them can be skipped or otherwise sped up just because you can do this this tech to kind of like fly over levels and skip the auto scroller part of the level.
Just like skipping the trigger for it entirely.
It's less that. It's more like sometimes a level will have like a boat that you're supposed to ride, and if you go too far ahead, you like fall off the boat. But if you can fly over the level, you can sort of skip having to wait on the boat and skip it that way. Sometimes auto scrollers are sometimes the auto scrollers are screen locked, and it's like it doesn't matter how far forward you go, you are stuck here. But a lot of times there is a free camera. It's just some other mechanism in the level that's preventing you, or supposedly preventing you from progressing. So here's our first secret exit of the run.
Yeah, so we get the secret exit, which will take us to the first cannon level, and cannon levels are part of the level of all the levels that we have to do. So we do have to do all the cannon levels. So this cannon level is going to take us to Mushroom World, and we're going to go to Mushroom World. It's if you played this game before, then Mushroom World is kind of one of your secret worlds where you have to kind of find like a secret way to have access to those worlds, and this is going to be one of them. In the cannon levels are basically just auto runs. They're not like very simple like in some of the other New Super Mario Bros. Games. And during the auto runs, there are these red coin rings that you get 8 red coins. And normally you get 8 red coins, you get a power up, but in cannon levels you get a gold flower in your bottom screen inventory, which is going to be used very shortly in one of the levels in Mushroom World. We'll explain what the gold flower does when we actually start using it. But for now, we're going to do Mushroom 1, and Mushroom 1's a very technical level, as this will be our first level where we're going to be getting a star, and if I'm fast enough through a sub area, then I can chain that star. Then I can chain another star throughout the level. So stars make you invincible, as well as make you go faster. Okay, so if I'm fast enough through a sub area, then I can very quickly hit the next block after this pipe in order to get another star. This will not contain a star if I do not have a star hitting that block.
Yeah, there are a couple of levels that are like that. It's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah. And normally in this screen, you're supposed to, one of those blocks up there is a gold flower that you're supposed to use in order to turn all those blocks into coins, but this is faster than using a gold flower. Okay, so there is a secret exit in this level, so we will have to do this level again. Anybody worried that I missed getting the 3rd star coin, well, I'll be getting it here. And fortunately, since I already got the first 2 star coins, then this star run is going to be much easier to go through compared to the first time.
Yeah, we don't have to get all of the star coins in the same, pass through the level. Just eventually you have to end up with all 3 of them per level.
Yep. Okay, very nice. It's really hard to fly up to hitting that vine block and also getting the third star point at the same time. So that's really good that I got that. All right. So now we're going to go a little bit out of our path and do Mushroom A, and this will be the level where we start using the gold flower. So why don't you talk about the gold flower?
Sure. So the gold flower is basically it turns you into Flower Mario like you normally would be. However, instead of you having fire, you're going to have this extra ability where you can turn things into coins. And this game has a big theme surrounding coins. You're going to see a lot of them. And the the fire flower or the gold flower also has this like very big explosion effect that happens, which is actually used in a few places. Specifically, you would not be able to get around. But because you have the extra explosion effect that you don't get with a normal fire flower, but you do with the gold flower, it can help out.
Yeah, it was a little rough there, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. You want to end this level with the fire flower anyway. When you go through this whole level with gold Mario, then you turn back into Fire Mario because it's a temporary power up that's used throughout the level. So I will be entering this level as Fire Mario anyway, but yeah, that was a little bit rough. Normally you can shoot the spiky balls out of your way, but I unfortunately got hit pretty early, so that was a little awkward throughout that level.
Yeah, so this is an example of one of those screen-locked auto-scrollers. It doesn't matter how far forward you go, you will sort of be stuck here on the screen. In the any % run, this is actually where one of the places you can use your gold flower, because at the very end of the level there is one of those those purple urchins that is slightly off screen, and you can basically kill it through a wall using the extra explosion effect, and it lets you get to the final pipe a little bit faster.
Yeah, and the gold flowers in Mushroom A, if I have done it right, then using the gold flower in that level saves more time than how much it saves for this level. And since I don't have the gold flower, I can't snipe the urchin off screen. So I have to do a damage boost through that urchin. So yeah, this is one of many auto-scrollers. This game is, like Etiquette said, there's a lot of auto-scrollers in this game. Especially this first part of the run, we go through more or less the 80% route, which sounds kind of weird because it's 100%, and we have to do all the levels. But there is a particular reason why we have to go through the 80% route for this first major part of the run, and then go back to the rest of the worlds to clear those. So there's the urchin that we otherwise would use the gold flower for in 80%. And then I put my leaf here because we'll be using it for the rest of Mushroom World.
So I know the first Super Mario team has like the blue shell power, where if you use it underwater, it makes you go a little bit faster. There's something equivalent in this game for the run?
There is unfortunately none of that in this game. So you do have to deal with the normal, slow-moving water physics of this game.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've unfortunately not played much of this myself. I think I started and then got a little bit into it, and then got distracted, stopped playing at one point. Yeah. I never got into before some games.
Yeah. A lot of 2D Mario games have some way where you can speed up water movement, but that is not the case for this game. Okay. So grab that first coin, and then we're going to go into the middle door, because that has the second star coin. And so the gimmick behind this ghost house is there are parts of the floor that are disguised as these little bouncing blocks. And if you know where they are, then you can kind of take advantage of it. But if you're not ready to hit some of those blocks, then you can really lose a lot of time in some of these rooms. All right, so I'm going to do a bunch of spins right there, and that is so I don't get P-speed. And you cannot get P-speed. You can't do triple jumps when you have P-speed. And so this is one of the few parts where you don't want to have P-speed, just so you can use triple jumps in order to gain enough height to save a couple wall jumps. All right, so that's the normal exit, and now we're going to do this level again, but getting the secret exit. As you can tell, this level has like a lot of doors, and it looks really complicated. But we know the fastest way through this through this level. Normally, you don't have the super leaf in this level at all in 80%. So this room is actually kind of hard to do, but with the leaf, it's a lot easier because you can just fly up to where you need to go. Then here,
I was gonna say, I'm like that looked way easier than I remembered.
So here, I jumped over 2 spots that had those bouncing blocks. And then once again, don't get P-speed, do some triple jumps, and that saves having to do a couple extra wall jumps in order to get up here, and then hit that switch, which will reveal this door, and then that's the secret exit. Okay, so the next level is another secret exit, or no, not another secret exit. It's another auto scroller that we just have to sit through because it's one of those auto scrollers where you just have to follow the camera. This one's a vertical moving auto scroller, and so one thing about vertical moving auto scrollers is you can actually go a little bit above or below the camera. And some objects will spawn like a little bit off screen before they actually show up on screen. And so there's an optimization towards the end of the level where I will fly up to the pipe right as it spawns and before it shows up on screen. And you'll be seeing a couple of examples of those throughout a few more vertical auto scrollers throughout this run. It's kind of one of the only ways where you can save time in these kinds of levels.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you do have to do some of that movement without the vision. So it can, you think you're lined up in the right spot, and you end up not quite being there.
Yeah.
It takes definitely a bit of practice to get it done.
Yeah, you can't do this level. You can't do any auto scrollers blind, like in games like 3D World, 3D Land. One of the things I really like about categories like 100% is because 2D Mario speedruns to some casual viewers tend to they like to call 2D Mario speedruns as hold right and jump. But what I like about 100% especially in the new Super Mario Bros. Games is because you have to get the star coins. It does feel like to me that you're actually playing the levels.
Absolutely. This is how I play the game casually, personally. Just trying to get the star coins I can.
Exactly.
It's one of those things I appreciate a lot in a lot of 2D platformers, which a lot of like older Marios especially don't do the best job at, but new Super Mario Bros. Games do a really good job at, especially.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the part where we're going to enter an off-screen pipe. Hopefully. Just like that.
There it is.
Nice.
So yeah, it doesn't save much time, but we try to save as much as we can. Especially in auto scrollers.
Yeah, so the frames whenever you can, for sure.
Absolutely. You saw right before that climb, the very end, basically M-Chan was like continually just hopping in place. That's to keep the P speed every time you touch the ground while moving in some way. While you are doing that sort of flutter, your P speed goes instantly back up to full. So you can maintain your P speed through a lot of stuff, even if it doesn't look like you should be able to.
This chem level is kind of a pain to go through because these crows, they kind of dive at you depending on where you're at on screen. But fortunately, we didn't have to deal with that. All right, so now we are here in the flower world. This is a pretty short world, so we won't be here for that long. Starting off in flower 1, there's a bit of a cool strat. Hopefully, I can get in the beginning. Let's see. Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, that's fine. I'll try again on the next exit. Okay, very nice. I hit this block right here, and while I'm waiting for this block, I'm gonna throw that shell at the third star point, which is down below. And this secret exit, I don't know if anybody can reasonably find this on their own.
Okay, yeah, I would never have found that one. That is truly a secret exit right there.
Yeah. This level is really satisfying to get the timings down because like pretty much everything is cycle based in this level.
All right, let's try this again.
I believe.
Ah, all right. Unfortunate. What I was trying to do is I was trying to crouch on down, and I would go in between all of that, but it's pretty precise, unfortunately. Oh man. These green block snakes are pretty hard to go through sometimes. All right, so this next level has our first major skip of the run. So normally in the beginning of the level, you're supposed to ride the beginning of the level through the halfway point, but with precise flying, I can just skip that entirely. Grab the star in the process in order to make the skip easier. Just like that.
Perfect. So yeah, that is one of those auto scrollers that is, it is an auto scroller because you're supposed to like stand on that little boat thing. But because the screen isn't locked like this part, as long as you have land to hit to refill your P speed, you can get over it.
And while I'm waiting here, I'm going to try and get some enemies to fall on into the middle so I can get some lives, because we do need lives as part of 100%.
Meantime, while you're doing that, I might read some announcements.
Sure.
All right, sweet. So this weekend actually is our 4th annual Latin American Heritage Month celebration. Join us at 1 p.m. Eastern, September 27th and 28th for showcases and speedruns featuring Latin America and Hispanic runners presented by Latins and Hispanics in speedrunning. Type exclamation mark LAS and what was that again? Type exclamation mark LHS. There we go in chat to join the community, or exclamation mark LATAM LATAM for the full schedule. The schedule's pretty good too. I'm looking forward to this weekend, honestly. You got WarioWare in the schedule. That's my game right there. I'm not running it, but you know, love WarioWare.
So you saw me delay there right before hitting the flagpole. Why don't you want to talk about why I delayed there?
Sure. Let me see if I remember how it works in this game. So if the last digit of the timer matches the level that you're in,
It matches the world that you're in.
Yeah, the world. Sorry. then you get fireworks equal to that number. So this being Flower World, I believe is counted as an 8.
Yes.
So because there was an 8 on the timer, M-Chan decided to delay a little bit, got an unoptimal flag grab, but obviously saved the time from the fireworks. So
yeah, and when you get fireworks, you get a rainbow level, which is not part of 100%. So we don't do rainbow levels at all. It is a good way to get coins, but we don't include rainbow levels in as part of 100%. So yeah, so now we're in World 6, the final world. That means we're about ready to beat the game and save like 2.5 hours on the schedule. Wow.
Woo! Crap, we gotta get Helix ready for the show. Oh crap! No.
Yeah, another smooth auto scroller skip here. Bit of RNG here. You got to wait for. There you go.
Yeah, there's a random amount of time you have to wait for the meteor to hit that those set of blocks and get that star coin. I've had runs where I had to wait much longer than that, so it's a little unfortunate.
Flashbacks to the final level of the first New Super Mario Bros. Game. I've lost a lot of
it doesn't get that bad in this one, fortunately.
That's good.
All right, so this ghost house. So I guess we went through like mushroom ghosts. So ghost houses are usually like these complex levels that trick the players into getting lost. But obviously, when you're speedrunning the game, then you know the fastest way through ghost houses. And the ghost houses in this game tend to have like unique gimmicks to them. We'll be seeing them as we go through all the ghost houses. Like the ghost house in Mushroom World, like there's like a lot of doors and a lot of different ways to go about with that, so it gets a little complicated. This one has like rooms that kind of like look similar to each other. Like there's this one right here where like the sign tells you to go left, but you can actually go inside this door right here, and this is actually where the secret exit is. So I face backwards in order to get that boot out of the way of that switch. There was an old strat where you used the damage boost through that, but it actually turned out to be faster than having to get an extra leap later on. In that wall jump section, if I was precise enough with my wall jumps, and I could have actually saved 2 wall jumps, which would have saved me a second. I didn't get it, but it's fine.
I like the highlighting on the booze, especially like the little glow they have.
Yeah, really nice design.
I feel like because of the blue and red, it's like probably better to look at it with a 3D effect than the 3DS, but I can't really prove that right now, obviously.
Yeah, even if I turn on the 3D, you guys won't be able to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you turn on the 3D in this game, then the background turns blurry, and that's really all the 3D effects you get.
Oh no, definitely don't want that one.
So I'm doing this ghost house again. We have to revisit these worlds at some later on in the run. So you could, in theory, delay doing these levels. But I usually like to get both exits out of the way just so I don't have to worry about them later. There's no difference in time. This part here can be a little bit annoying because of these 2 Goombas. Okay, good.
Nice.
Nice.
Mario number 1.
All right, so now we're gonna go to 6-A, and 6-A is a level where normally there's rising lava, but you go through this level so fast that you don't really see the level rising. So it's one of those levels where it's really easy to do in a speedrun, but somewhat hard to do casually. So fly up to get this star coin. Grab that, and then fly up over here. Gonna grab this star coin, and while I'm up here, I'm gonna grab the star in order to speed through the rest of the level.
Yeah, and that third star coin's not even that far out of the way from the normal any percent route.
Yeah. Okay, so next up is 6 Tower. So in any percent, it's like one of the hardest levels to do, and it's pretty spicy in this level, in this category when you have to get all the star coins. So all the flamethrowers in this level, they turn on and off on a global cycle. So grab P speed here in order to fly up. Normally there are a bunch of these moving platforms that you have to ride. Okay. Still good. Now I'm gonna set up P speed. Oh. This is a pretty hard P speed to get. Okay, there we go. Now, unfortunately, I have to adapt to whatever cycle I get in this next room. Okay. Not bad. And this will take us to the end of the level.
Very
okay,
nice.
So the boss of every tower is Reznor. You might remember Reznor from Super Mario World. And the way you fight him is just like how you fight him in Super Mario World. You just hit the block that's underneath them, and that's it.
Yeah.
So there's different variations of Reznor in this game compared to Super Mario World, where like they're all the same in that game. So that's because it's the 6th Reznor fight. It's supposed to be like kind of the hardest one. So I guess we'll see what happens on the other Reznor fights.
Definitely that one's the hardest and not any of the other ones.
Alright, so I'm going to grab this coin block here, and that is going to be used to boost through this boo as I reveal this vine block. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Grab the star coin, and then I'm going to try and set up a very precise P speed here, and that's going to be used to skip a moving platform at the very end of the level. Okay, there we go, got it. Ground pound here, grab the star coin, and then we skip having to ride that moving platform for the rest of the level.
Just enough height.
Nice. That was super clean.
Thank you. That's a very hard level to do.
Yeah, that's a really easy level to mess up. It's the strat for that in any percent is very similar. Obviously, you don't grab the ground pound coin. That was scary, but Right, this is another level with some interesting cycles that you're trying to skip. And this. Ooh.
I wasn't supposed to get hit there, but that's fine. There's another leaf coming up. Okay, there we go. Get the spiky ball to hit these blocks so I can get this coin, and then I'm going to set up 2 triple jumps. 1 and 2.
Yeah, and both those triple jumps, if you don't get the triple jump and you just get like a double jump or a normal jump, you will hit those fireballs.
Yeah, you cannot clear that with just normal jumps. All right, so now it is time to go to Bowser's Castle now, and Bowser's Castle is a really long level with lots of strats going on here. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to set a P speed and then fly up to the top of this room over here to get this coin, and I'm going to do some damage boosts because there's not a good way of going through this part efficiently. So we do the damage boost, re-equip our leaf, and then do a precise triple jump over all this right here. And then in this next room, I'm going to set a P-speed in order to skip right into Block Snake throughout this room. That was not good. That's not how I wanted to do it, but we are surviving. Okay, now in this next room here, we got these Koopalings, and what they're going to try and do is, in a cycle, they're going to turn us into stone, and if we're not behind these walls here, then we'll turn to stone. Let go of the D-pad so I can carry the momentum of the treadmill to hover through the rest of the level like that, save a few seconds. So going to that room is actually a lot harder than I made that look. If you get turned to stone for whatever reason, then as you can tell, there's a lot of spots where you are very likely to die.
All right, these fireballs are always the same. And then we've got the Bowser jump.
Hard fight. Oh, let's go.
Very nice.
That is actually a pretty precise jump.
Mario #1.
Yeah, and it's generally pretty punishing to get that because you would really like to keep your leaf through. Oh, spoiler! There's more.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, you really want to keep your leaf through this section, so hitting Bowser jump is crucial.
What's gonna happen now?
It's the true final boss of this game. Another auto-scroller.
No.
What are they doing? Oh no, he's back! Alright, so this is the escape sequence. Alright, so first we gotta get that P-speed. You don't need this P-speed, but it makes this escape section much easier. So what we have to do is we have to get to the next section as quick as we can. And in order to know when to fly up to the next section, we count the number of times Bowser swipes. So in this case, I'm counting 4 swipes right there and then fly up. And then we just gotta repeat the process. On this second part right here, you can get up to the next part within 4 swipes as well, but Bowser will always do a 5th swipe. So you can kind of take your time here, because you do have to wait for the 5th swipe. And then the third section, you can get up within 3 swipes.
Yeah, and it's another case of it being a vertical auto-scroller, so you can go slightly off-screen. And the actual final P-switch, or it's not a P-switch, but the final switch to hit at the end of the section, you can actually hit from off-screen, so it's definitely good to try to figure out exactly what your timing is.
I will say, I think in general, like a boss auto-scroller is a lot more entertaining than like a level auto-scroller, just generally, because you get to like avoid stuff, like avoid attacks and all that during these. That's more interesting to me.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All right, so that's GG, right?
Yeah!
We beat the game.
Yes. 36. But yeah, so we do have, it is faster to beat the game as soon as we can, because normally when you play through the game and like when you complete a tower or a castle, then there's usually like this extra cutscene where the Koopalings take Peach to a different tower or castle, and so Peach will always be in World 6 from now on, which is why it is worth beating the game as soon as we can. Additionally, whenever from this point on, there will be no more save prompts, and so you imagine how many more towers, or castles that we have to go through, skipping all the save prompts, all that adds up over the course of the run.
So in the meantime, I actually have a poll up in chat right here to choose whether or not I play as Mario or Luigi for the rest of the run.
Yes,
So I just
please
play that real
vote.
quickly?
Yeah, so at this point, we actually do get Luigi gets unlocked here, so so you guys get to let me choose which character I get to play as throughout this entire post game section. There is no difference in gameplay between the two characters. So it's just all preference, and usually in my attempts, I like to play as Luigi.
I do like me some Luigi personally.
Yeah.
No bias, no bias.
Yeah, I don't think there's like any point in the game where they tell you that you can play as Luigi. You just kind of have to just figure it out. But you just have to hold L and R as you reselect your file.
All right. I guess while we're going through credits, it's probably a good time to mention, just because there's not much else going on. So big theme of this game is coins. And if you notice, whenever we're on the overworld, at the very bottom of the screen, there's a coin counter that if you've played casually, you probably know is not always at 9,999,999. Why do you have your coin counter maxed out? Surely you didn't play that many speedruns, right?
Yeah, so the reason is whenever you complete a tower or a castle, then the game would usually have to count up those coins and then ask you to save. But if you max out your coins, then the game can't count up those coins anymore. So it skips the prompt entirely. So that does actually save time over the course of the run. In this category, it actually saves 6 seconds because of how soon we beat the game. So you really don't save that much time. But if you really want to compete for a high level time, then the time save is worth it. But if you're just doing runs, then it's not that significant. It takes several hours to grind up the coins to be that much, and it's cartridge based. So as soon as you max out your coin count on this cartridge, then you don't need to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like also Luigi on the poll, by the way.
Oh, we got Luigi. All right.
Hell yes.
No, one of my favorite comments on the my GDQ run I did back in 2018. So I messed up the secret exit in 5-1, like that section. And I made some comment about like, oh, I should have practiced that a bit more. But like right before it, I made the comment that I played for like 12 hours to max out my coin counter. And so one of the comments on the YouTube is like, this guy spent 12 hours maxing out his coin counter and couldn't practice for that one level. I was like, yeah, I deserve that.
While we're waiting for the credits here, do you mind if we read another announcement?
The credits are actually almost over, so...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Maybe when I get to 1-5, because that's a water level and there's not much to talk about in that level.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Yeah, so here are the end of the credits. Also, you can move around and grab coins during the credits if you need to grind coins, but whenever I'm doing attempts, this is usually like the point where I just like kind of just rest my hands because it's a nice like 5-minute break. All right, so here we are back as Luigi. Oh yeah, something I didn't mention about grabbing all the star coins. You also have to spend all the star coins as well as part of 100%. It's a bit of a weird requirement, but yeah, so we have to spend our star coins on these toad houses. Okay, so back to 1-Dash Tower.
Yep, so now we need to do the normal exit, which is going to be another Reznor fight.
Surely this one's harder than the 1-6 Tower.
Surely.
So go and set this pipe over here. Ground pounding in midair gives you a few extra pixels of extra height, which is why that jump worked. Nice. That prompt can sometimes hit you, so thankfully it didn't this time. All right, so there's 2 Resnors. 1, 2.
Yes, I'm a winner.
Man, I need a towel for that fight.
I like that they brought them back for this game, though. That's at least pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so right there, the coins would count up and you'd get asked to save, but because we've beaten the game and maxed out the coin counter, we don't get either.
Yep. Also, you notice that gold coin block appears. That appears anytime you accumulate an increment of 200,000 points. So in some categories, there are parts where you don't want the coin block to spawn if you want to do an optimal strat at the beginning of a level. That's just something to point out. All right, there's a really cool strat here in the sub area. Hopefully I can get it. It's really hard to do, but it's really satisfying if I get it. Nice. Oh, we got the drop as well.
Ooh.
That looks clean.
That's a lot harder than it looks. All right, now you can fire up with some announcements.
Number 1.
All right, sounds good. Let's just post it in chat a little bit ago, so might as well mention it here then. If you're all going to get more involved in the GDQ community, join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role, stay up in the loop for upcoming events, chat, staff, and more. Use the exclamation word Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more info, which was used a bit ago, so you can just click on that if you want to. But yeah. Also, might as well shout out Black in the Flash right here. Black in the Flash is a community that uploads and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrun scene. For more or apply to get involved at gq.gg/BAF and follow at Black in the Flash at bsky.social on Blue Sky for the latest updates. I think this came out with submissions for most recent events. I'm gonna double check that real fast, but another reason to check them out too on top of that.
Yeah, so this is a level you don't really... Oh, go on.
I was just going to correct myself here. They came up with a bunch of upcoming dates for it, but submissions open until next month for the next events. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a level you don't really see in most other categories. In our second main category, which is called Warpless, you don't do this level at all because this level's so slow.
Yeah, something I was actually going to mention after this level because it's going to be immediately relevant. So spending your star coins to go to the mushroom houses is one thing you can do with your star coins. There's also alternate paths through the world that you can unlock using 5-star coins. And so some of the other categories, any percent doesn't have to just because of the secret exits leading straight to cannons. But in Warpless as well as no secret exits, there is some star coin routing, so that way you can take paths like this to avoid those super slow levels. So this is a level that you would see in a Warpless category, for example.
This is a really tight piece speed that I can get here in the beginning. Okay, good. And then jump on down over here. And the reason I want piece speed is so I can skip going inside this pipe, because that's normally a pipe can that'll take you back, up to this part, as well as that part right there. Pipe cans are very slow. Okay, good. And I'm gonna grab this Koopa shell in order to get a star coin for me.
I love this mechanic.
Like that.
Same.
Nice. That's another prompt that can sometimes hit you. That's if he hits you, then I would have to do a slower strat in One Edge Castle. Okay, very nice. Okay, so going into One Dash Castle, finally completing World 1 after 46 minutes. One Dash Castle has these swinging ropes, and there are some strats that you can do with them, but I'm not very good at them, so I'm going to try and fly underneath them. Try and do a jump here, get that star coin. There's a really tight piece speed that hopefully I can get. Very nice. And that's so I can fly and get this second star coin. And while I have piece speed, I'm going to go and fly underneath these swinging ropes. What you can do with the swinging ropes is if you jump on the frame that you land on them, then you can get a bit of a boost on them. But most of the time, whenever I deal with those swinging ropes and I get those jumps, it's usually because I don't expect them. And I'm just not very good at that kind of strat in this game. It's on the fight with Roy Koopa. Since you saw me damage boost through that thwomp in order to get that third star coin, and that saves a couple of seconds as opposed to waiting for the thwomp to rise back up. And that's a strat you do if you have 2 leaves going in, because you're gonna have to lose a leaf anyway, starting off in 2-1, because of the star coins in that level. So World 1 now fully completed, and now we're going to be doing World 2. So World 2 is one of 2 worlds that we do where we full clear in one single visit. Most of the every other world, we have to do twice, just due to how the routing works in this game. So World 2 is definitely a really hard world in 100%. There's like cycle-based levels, as well as just levels where like enemies are in very difficult positions to deal with. So here's a section where we see the gold flower again. The other thing about using Luigi is his like the gold flower is one of the few differences where like he looks kind of different with different power-ups. He's Silver Luigi with the gold flower. It doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but just something cool to point out.
I was very confused. I was like, wait, what power-up is this? Why have I not seen this before?
Yeah, where'd Silver Surfer Luigi come from? What the heck? Is the future? Is Luigi Chrome now?
Alright, going to 2-2. So normally, if you're not getting star coins, then there is a vertical section in this level that you would normally skip by flying through this level, but we cannot skip that in 100% because there is a star coin in that very vertical section that we normally skip. So we have to go inside this pipe over here. So there's these boomerang bros. You don't have to worry about them. Okay, good. Yeah, so this is the part that you'd normally skip in most other categories.
Yeah, where the first star coin is, you would gain piece speed and then fly right up to that.
Number 1.
Okay, so coming up in 2-3 is the first instance of a roulette block. So why don't you talk about roulette blocks?
Let's go.
Sure. So roulette blocks, basically they are blocks that are going to cycle through different power-ups. I forget what all of them are, but there's the leaf is in there, there's a star in there, there's a mushroom in there. I'm sure there's a 1-up as well. And those are actually cycle-based. So as long as you take the same amount of time to get there, you can get the same thing. So M-Chain just got a star out of that one. He's going to grab it and then use the star for this next section.
Yeah, you have to throw a shell at those piranha plants usually, but with the star you can just fall right through those piranha plants. And you might notice I delayed grabbing the star, and that's so I can have as much time as possible for this section. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the next level that we're going to be doing is 2-A, which is a level that we do instead of 2-3 in the Warpless category. And 2-A is already a really hard level in Warpless, but in 100%, when you have to get the star coins, there's it's much harder. So we'll see how this goes. So first I'm going to spend a couple of star coins here. So one of the hardest parts is right away in the beginning where I have to set up a really precise piece speed. And then once I get it, then we'll see how the rest of the level goes. Okay, good. And fly from that coin block in order to get up to this star coin. Grab this coin, fly up to this part. And then the hardest part is towards the end of the level where I have to try and... There we go. That fuzzy can sometimes hit you. And if he hits you, then you die. And then you have to go through the rest of the level without a leaf.
Number 1.
That was clean, though.
Okay, so now the next level, 2- Tower, is a heavily cycle-based level. There's a very precise cycle right away in the beginning that I have to try and make. You can't beat this first cycle right here, so I use that time to grab the extra leaf. Nice.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah, it is. This is a terrifying level.
For real. Sheesh.
Okay, another tight cycle to make. Good. Okay. Whew, that felt good.
Nice.
That is a really hard level to do well.
The Resnors have doubled.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's four this time. Man.
That's more than 2. Whoa.
All right. So that felt good. So now we get to breathe a sigh of relief in this level because this is after doing all those really hard levels back to back. This level is kind of an auto-scroller where the gimmick here is we have this giant boo chasing after us. Now, one thing to point out is that if you face left looking at him, then he stops, which actually stops the progression of the level.
I feel like an enemy like this, like a giant boo like this, has like some sort of community nickname or something. Is that a thing for this one?
It has an actual name. Oh, what is it? It's Behemoth, I think.
Behemoth. That's a great name, actually.
Yeah. I think it's like the canon name is Behemoth.
I thought that was a nickname that I just heard from when I used to watch you run.
Let me see if it's real. Yeah, Behemoth.
Oh wow!
Nice.
I can't believe I remembered that.
I thought you made that up when I watched you run years back.
Oh, secret.
All right, so we get the secret exit. Now I'm actually going to delay getting the normal exit, and that's because I can get a free leaf in case I get hit in 2-B.
Let's go.
2-B is a really easy level in most other categories, but when you have to get the star coins, this is like one of the worst levels in the game.
I feel like this one's also deceptively tricky casually because of all the stupid bombs everywhere.
Yes. Okay, good. So that bomb spot is really precise in order to break all those blocks. So you can throw that bomb in that star coin. So the height that the bombs shoot out from is random, and that matters for this part right here. Like sometimes this bomb can get shot out really high up, and you have to wait for it. What were you saying?
I was gonna say like that whole sequence there is like another star coin I just would never be able to get ever.
Yeah, you never get that
like
star coin in most other categories.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like an indication at all for going underneath the sand right there, but at least I remember in the first game having a similar puzzle there, and that was like one of the last Star coins I got. I'm pretty sure because I just, you know, you don't expect to do that.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Very tricky to say the least.
Okay, so we managed to get one of the hardest levels of the run with relatively no issues, and now we got to go back here and do the normal exit.
That'd be time for another announcement.
Yeah, sure.
All right, sounds good. I will, in that case, I'll say that it is September right now currently. There's discounts currently of 25% or more on tier 1 or on tier 1 subs or any subs really, I guess, for like 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months during all September. So if you're enjoying the stream, consider taking advantage of this discount. Subscribe for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, access to chat during replays as well. You also support the stream by sharing games with words. You also support the stream by sharing the Games Are Quit channel to your friends. Appreciate the support anyway. And also currently going on as of today, if you gift 5 more subs right now in chats, at least one additional bonus sub will be gifted at the same time too, courtesy of I think it's Valorant's the sponsor this year, but yeah. That's going until like October 1st. That's not on my sheet here. That's just like, it's just a thing.
All right, so now we go to 2-4 and 2-5. You don't really do these levels in most other categories, but anyway, so I'm gonna start off by throwing a shell at that spot in order to get that first star coin. That saves having to crouch underneath that space and having to physically get it, and then boost through that pokey with the tailspin. And there's a really cool strat where after I get the star coin, I can do a crouch jump like that. That's really hard to do because you have to do so many D-pad inputs just for that one jump. And then throw that spunny at that third star coin.
I love strats like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the strats used to grab star coins, not even just in this game, but in the other NSMB games, like like I love the creativity where you can just use projectiles like that to grab star coins. It reminds me of like Yoshi's Island with all the egg throwing to grab stuff. All right, so I'm gonna grab this coin block here, and that's so I can boost through this chain chomp as I ground pound its peg so I can get the star coin. So that's the gimmick behind this level. We have a lot of these chain chomps they have to deal with, and their movement is random. Oh! I was trying to jump low enough. Oh boy, hold up. Okay. I was trying to jump low enough to where I can get that star coin and not land on the platform above it, but I didn't get it. Okay, that's okay. Okay, not too bad otherwise. So next up is 2-Castle, and 2-Castle has another major skip where you have to, normally there's like a giant like button that you have to ride across lava, but with precise flying, then we can skip doing that entirely.
I think after this will be a good time for a break, by the way.
Yeah, after I finish this level.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Man, I was so into this run that I didn't pay attention to the time.
It's all good. I was figuring after World 2 would be perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the skip right there.
That was super nice.
There are a lot of those like really like those one tile blocks that you have to land on, and it's really precise to try and land on them. It kind of takes a bit of understanding how the flight mechanics work with the super leaf in order to get consistent with the skip.
Yo, Iggy. I like Iggy.
I think my favorite Koopaling is Roy, the one that we fought in World 1.
Hell yeah. Iggy, I think like Larry's my favorite. He's a big chill guy, you know. But I also like Iggy for the exact opposite reason. He's very unchill, but like he's very zany and goofy, and that's my jam right there.
Yes, I'm a winner.
All right, yeah. So as soon as I transition to World 3, then I'll pause.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yo.
Pause right there in that case.
All right.
So we'll be back in just a little bit, everybody, with more of this run. So stick around, and see y'all very soon. Welcome back, everybody, to do all the things. The GDQ Hotfix show, all about 100% speedruns and completionist categories in general. Right now, we have a run of New Super Mario Bros. 2 100% with M-Chan. Let's get back to it right now. Whenever you're ready, you can count down.
All right. Hello. Welcome back. I will do the countdown to resume the time. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
All right, so here we are going to World 3, and right off the bat, we have some stars to chain. Okay, so grab that first star, and having a star for this level is good because these flying cheap tubes are otherwise really annoying to go through when you do this level normally without a star.
Yeah, and so because you got to that block with a star, it also contained a star, and this one.
Yep.
If you hit those normally, they are maybe mushrooms? I don't remember what they are. They're just coins? Okay.
Yeah, so I grabbed those gold rings in order to spawn more cheap tubes, and that's so I can just defeat more of those cheap tubes so I can get coins out of them for potential lives. Because again, we need as many lives as we can for this category.
Let's go.
Yes, we're at 41 and we need over 1,000.
Yeah. Can we do that by the end of the run? We'll see.
I believe.
All right, so in this part of World 3, you can either do the bottom, which is 3-A, or you can do 3-2 and 3-3. There is no, you have to revisit World 3 later. So which route you do at this point is exactly the same in time. I choose to do 3-2 because these are harder levels, and I just prefer to get them out of the way. Going to that pipe while fighting the currents is can be kind of tricky sometimes. Unfortunately, with the leaf, you can defeat these Rip Von fish that are that they like chase after you whenever you go near them.
Is that their name?
In Super Mario World, that's their name.
It's a great name. I've only ever heard that before.
Rip Van Wish Fish is a name. It doesn't list NSMB2 as the Mario Wiki. It doesn't have NSMB2 as a appearance.
Oh,
now I need to know.
Then I guess they're called something different in this game.
Number 1. Yo.
All right, so going into 3-3, there are scuttlebugs and as well as these spider webs that you can jump off from. They disappear whenever you climb on them. We're going to try and not go on most of the spider webs, hopefully. So going to go and fly through this first part, hit that switch, go into this pipe. And normally you're supposed to hit a switch in order to get this star coin, but you can just hover over That's the strat that you would do if you don't have a leaf, but since I have a leaf, I can just hover to that first coin. There's a really tight P speed that hopefully I can get. Okay, good. That doesn't save much time, but it looks really cool. And that's so I can get up over here without having to climb on those spider webs. If I was more precise enough with my wall jumps, then I can actually get that third star coin without having to do that extra wall jump that I just did. Okay.
I've now figured out that purple fish, by the way, is called a spiny cheap cheap, just simply enough.
Spiny cheap cheap. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Though I did learn now that Rippin' Fish is that one fish that like is asleep all the time and like wakes up when they come near you in Super Mario World, which I love that fish. They're great. They're great to me.
Okay, so before we do the actual part of Three Ash Tower, we have to go back over here in order to get the star coin. This is kind of one of the we saw it earlier in 6-4, where if you don't know to go left, then you can miss the star coin. And now we just gotta sit through with this level. Let's see. Anything we haven't talked about that's worth mentioning? Or did we cover most of the basics?
Definitely most of the basics.
What's up about bonefishes in Mario Kart World? That's pretty wild,
cover
right?
that. Yeah.
I don't have a Switch 2, but I did hear that there's a lot of crazy character. There is a crazy character roster in Mario Kart World.
Just a lot of random enemies you wouldn't expect like that. There's also like Sidestepper, the crab as well as one.
Yeah.
Who has like their crab claws up, not even like driving the car. They're just kind of there. Like a snowman as well too, I think. It's wild.
Alright, so we gotta go inside this pipe in order to get this third star coin. And fun fact, this going into this pipe doesn't look like it's safe. It doesn't look like it kind of looks. It is definitely slower in real time in most categories where you're not getting star coins, but in an IL, it actually saves in-game time because like you have to wait a very long time for this part. But this part opens up sooner if you go into this pipe. So here's another off-screen pipe that I'm going to try and go inside. Just like that. Oh, okay. So there's I have an option between. So there's an option to diverge into two major routes. So I can either go to World 4 next, or I can go to Flower World next. And which world I go to, it doesn't make a difference in time in the route in terms of routing. So, which world would you guys like to see next?
Ooh.
One of the layer worlds would be kind of cool next, I guess.
Let's go.
So I guess Flower would be.
You want to see Flower World?
Let's do it. Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So what I have to do now is I have to get the secret exit of 3-4, and I will delay doing 3-4 the second time that we're back to doing World 3 for a very special surprise that I'm not going to spoil. So in this level, there's these cycles of poison water that go up and down.
Luigi did it.
Nice. You want to make sure you're quick enough in order to beat that cycle. Okay. So the secret of 3-4 will take us to 3-B, which is an autoscroller, but it is kind of a scary autoscroller because you actually have to do this whole level as Mini Luigi.
Let's go.
And if I successfully go through this whole level as Mini Luigi, then that will set me up to go back to 3 Tower and get the secret exit of that level, because the secret exit of 3 Tower requires Mini Luigi. So unfortunately, there's quite a bit of auto scrollers that we have to do back to back here.
God, the movement for Mini Luigi is so funny. It just looks wrong.
Yeah, so this is the first time that we're using the mini mushroom. So as a mini Luigi, as you can see, your physics are significantly different compared to your normal movement. You jump higher, you have much floatier gravity. So as a result, the movement can be kind of hard to get used to. But that also means that you're more fragile, and you can't, as you can see, like me jumping on these bullet bills, you can't just kill them with just a normal jump unless you ground pound them. So it makes hitting enemies harder, and most of the time in a speed run, you want to like keep the mini mushroom only for the necessary parts. So it's a pretty terrifying power up.
You do get to run on water, though.
Yes, you do get to run on water with the mini mushroom.
Oh, free life. That'll help.
We take those. We take those. I'm kind of curious now, like, what you're gonna be doing later on down the line, getting like max out your life counter. You don't have to reveal it right now, but like, that's in the back of my mind, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, normally, like, when you're playing this casually, you can do a bunch of things like going up on the top of the flagpoles, but obviously going up to the top of the flagpoles is really slow, and it's not very efficient in the speedrun. Alright, so yeah, so now we have to go back to 3 Tower again, but this time it's mini, so I have to try not to die. There are toad houses that will contain mini mushrooms if I do die, but I will hopefully don't want to have to do that. Okay, so there's a bit of a cool trick that I can do here, since I'm doing this as mini. So as soon as these blocks open up, I'm going to... Alright, good. So what I just did there is before those 2 blocks that you saw earlier spawned, I was actually able to swim right through them. And that saves a lot of time in a level like this, because it's an auto-scroller, and normally you have to wait for those blocks to open up.
Yeah, wow, that's really sick, actually.
Yeah, it's like they let you off screen, but the stuff there hasn't necessarily loaded yet.
Yeah, and that's actually a recent strat that was found. It's not new anymore, but it's still pretty recent.
If it's a strat that you see like a sprite-based game, not something that's 3D models like this, that's actually really cool. In a strange way, it's blowing my mind a little bit. I'll just go in 3. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So now we're going to... so the secret exit's going to take us to the cannon in order to take us to Flower World, which will be the next world that we're going to do in this route. So again, you could continue. You could get the normal exit of 3-4, continue on, go to World 4, and then World 5, then World 6. But for this route, we're going to go Flower World, then 5, then 6. And again, you have to do this like... kind of, you have to go through the world map like twice, essentially. So it's one of them. It's kind of, which is why it's it doesn't matter which of the 2 worlds that you do, doesn't matter. These cannon levels are usually kind of tricky to go through without the leaf, but obviously with the leaf you can just fly over everything.
Yeah, it's not an auto scroller, but it feels like one sometimes.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna go. So now that we're back in Flower World, we already did Flower 1. So now we're gonna go to Flower Ghost, and we have to deal with these spider webs. You have to pretty much climb as high as we can, and then And then when we get the star of this level, then it turns everything into coins. And then we just gotta drop on down. And then if you drop on down over here, then this will be the secret exit. So, coming up in Flower B, there is... we have the introduction to Lakitu. So normally, whenever you deal with Lakitu, you jump on him and then you can take his cloud and you can ride on the cloud. But that is really slow. So with the leaf, I can just fly up to the star coins that I need to get. So right over here. Again, normally you're supposed to use Lakitu in order to get that star coin, but you can just fly up to it. And I'm going to get a star from this roulette block. And I'm going to hover my way down to this pipe in order to get this star coin. You're supposed to hit that switch in order to reveal some blocks in order to get that star coin, but you can just wall jump and get that star coin instead. Slide and get that star coin. Again, all three of these star coins, you're normally supposed to use Lakitu, but with the Super Leaf, you simplify the process.
Number 1.
I guess you can call all three of those strats Lakitu skips. Totally not a Mario 64 trick.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
never
not.
heard of it before. What's Mario 64?
I don't know.
Do you have a quick question from Chad, if you wouldn't mind answering real quickly?
Yeah, sure.
So I actually didn't notice about this game, but apparently there is DLC for New Super Mario Bros. 2. Are you doing that as part of this run as well?
None of the DLCs impact this game at all. I think the DLCs are mainly just extra coin rush levels, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty much it. There's none of them have any impact on the speedrun itself.
Okay. I guess I missed it back in the day with this game.
Yeah, I completely missed out on DLC. Yeah, I think one of the DLC packs that I remember watching Juice ACD do is something called the Impossible Run or something like that, where like you have to do some really hard coin rush levels that are not any of the levels that you normally do in the normal game.
Let's go.
Okay, so in this level we have these swinging vines, and normally you're supposed to swing from vine to vine, but with the Super Leaf you can actually fly above the top of the vines and skip needing to ride the vines entirely, or you skip needing to swing on the vines.
Yeah, if you don't go over them, you would end up grabbing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That third coin is kind of hard to get. You have to grab that star coin while the scuttlebug is at the bottom. And if you miss that star coin, then you can't really get that star coin anymore.
Yo.
Okay, so coming up in Flower 3, this is another really difficult level because this level has a mini mushroom that we have to get that is required in order to get one of the star coins. Any level that involves getting a mini mushroom are all really hard. So there normally is a vertical section, but you can fly in order to skip it, just like that. And then here is the mini mushroom. Good. So that's why we need the mini mushroom right there. And then since I don't need any more in order to do the sub area, I'm going to equip Leaf. Blast up to that coin. Do 2 hovers in order to land on this pipe. And then this part right here is really hard. Oh, nice. So you're supposed to keep your mini mushroom and bounce on those Koopas, usually, but that is really slow. And what I did is definitely much harder than I made that look. Okay, very nice. So now coming up is Flower Castle. The first star coin of Flower Castle, you're normally supposed to use a bomb in order to break some blocks and then get the first star coin. But with the leaf, you can just fly underneath the blocks and get the star coin. And there is a way where if you are going to use the bombs, then you can make it to be just as fast as this, but forget that.
Yeah, some more twirling there to cancel the run so you don't get P-speed. Don't always want P-speed.
Yeah. And again, letting go of the D-pad on the treadmills that move right so I can gain some speed off of them. Okay, very nice. Alright, so now the boss of this castle is Lemmy Koopa. So normally what's supposed to happen in this level is the conveyor is supposed to be moving against us, and you have to use the button on the top in order to change the direction of the conveyor in order to hit Lemmy easier, but we don't need to do that. Just like that.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then something we've been doing in every castle, but I don't think we've mentioned it, is you want to try to get to the top of the level to grab the key as fast as possible. It sort of drops down from the ceiling, but as soon as you touch it, it's the level's over. So however you can get up there, usually it's P-speed, but like in level 2 or in world 2, you just sort of jump up there because of the platforms.
Yeah. All right, going into World 5 now. World 5 is one of the hardest worlds in the run. In my opinion, in every category, World 5 is the hardest world in the run. That first star coin grab is definitely really hard to do. You have to jump on those 2 Koopas very precisely. And then this third star coin grab is really tricky. Nice. That's a lot harder than it looks. You have to hover right as soon as you run off the ledge in order to make that possible. So that's the secret exit of 5-1, and I have to do this level again. I missed the second star coin, and that's because I messed up a strat earlier, which would throw off one of the cycles. So I'm going to do this level again and have a more favorable cycle since I don't have to worry about getting the first star coin anymore. And again, because you have to revisit World 5 at some point, you can delay doing 5-1, but I just prefer to get out of the way as soon as I can. Okay, so similarly, there is a bit of a similar situation with World 3, where you can either do the top route, which is doing 5 Ghost, or the bottom route, which is by progressing through the normal route of World 5. But I'm going to do top route. It saves 1 second over doing the bottom route first. And that's mainly because you'll have 2 leaves going into 5 Castle. Because if you do the bottom route first, then you'll have 1 leaf going into 5 Castle, which would mean that you have to waste a second to get an extra leaf in 5 Castle in order to do some strats there. But it does make Star World a little bit riskier with one leaf doing this particular route. So most people usually, because 1 second is so little time over the course of 100%, it's some runners will just do bottom route first
Oh, secret.
in order to have 2 leaves for Star World. Yeah,
this
doing this.
level.
Yeah, this level is the way I did this level is definitely a lot harder than I made that look. If you mess up this level, then a lot of things can go wrong. Because basically, like these moving objects, they are cycle based, and so you will not be on the right cycle in some parts, which could easily throw off some of your movement throughout the level. Etiquette knows how hard this level is.
Oh yeah. This level is definitely a stressful one in Warpless. Which this is not the exit you take in Warpless. You take the other exit that we've already done. So
Yeah. Okay, so fly up here. Much easier to fly up than to climb that large swinging set of blocks.
Oh, number
Okay.
1.
So now we're gonna do 5-A, and 5-A is definitely like after being stressed out in 5 Ghosts is definitely a nice breather. Unfortunately, it is a 2-minute autoscroller where you're not really doing much, except in 100% where you have to get where this is kind of like one of the best levels to get lives. So that's what I'll be doing. And unfortunately, I have to do this level twice because there is a secret exit in this level.
Oh no.
yeah.
So I guess
Yeah,
in the
this is
meantime,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead first.
All right. Yeah, I was just gonna say this is a level you can find basically a spot to stand and just sort of stand there if you don't feel like actually participating in the level. So actually being able to do stuff in 100% feels good.
Yeah.
Can only imagine, yeah. But I guess in the meantime, might I have read some announcements during this?
Yes.
Or just
you have time for a lot of things to say.
Oh heck yeah, let's go. I guess I'll give you all a pretty big announcement right now then. So, Awesome Games Done Quick 2026. That event's happening next year in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's happening next year in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, January 4th through 10th. That's not the kind of word, don't worry about it. If you'd like to help out by volunteering for the events, or submitting a run, or being part of the vendor alley for it, which was a very welcome addition, very awesome addition to the last events. Submissions are open for that by October. Open for that from now until October 5th. So yeah, get your submissions in for all that. Get your applications in for all that, especially. If you'd like to attend, registration is also open too. So be sure to register. Want to experience the event in person. And new to this event too. You have to upgrade. New to this event as well too. You also have the ability to upgrade to a foil badge by November 1st. Visit GDQ.gg for more info on all that. Personally, get my own game submissions in. I got my volunteer application the other day though, so I get shafts for that. I'm always excited about GQ submissions in general. That's always a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, GDQ has always been an amazing event. Was that?
Are any of you two submitting anything?
It depends. I have to see what's going on on my personal situation.
That's totally fair.
I do plan on submitting some things. That's basically what my job is this week. The big one I'm gonna aim for is Expedition 33.
Yo, that would be hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little bit too late for last event, but this event should be good.
Absolutely. That feels like it's a lock for sure, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I myself was playing the Curtain Forgotten Land DLC that came out the Switch 2 upgrade.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. The run that's really good. It's about an hour long too, so like I feel like that is a really good shot, especially too. I'll have a few
GDQ has
other
been
things,
really
of course, but that's the
amazing.
main one for me.
I've been watching GDQ since, at least I've been actively watching GDQ since 2014. And they always put on some really good runs every single time that they host these events.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been honoring myself to be able to run for them for many years now myself. Yeah, and I've been watching them personally since 2013. Shouts to Summer Games like 2013 especially. That's the first one I watched.
Yeah, I've
Then
been
like
watching them
2014
live
was like the
since,
one that really...
Was that?
I was gonna say, like, 2014 was like the first one that actually really got me like wanting to try out speedrunning myself. But then I guess the rest is history at this point.
Yeah, I started speedrunning seriously in 2015. Like I've been watching. I started actively watching like the GDQ videos in 2014, and I started watching them live every time in 2015.
It's always a great time.
2013 was when I started watching too, and the funny story I have about that is when I started speedrunning myself, I didn't watch anybody on stream. I only ever saw marathon runs, and so I thought that that's how everyone did their like PB attempts. So I treated like every run as like a marathon run in terms of my commentary. You get burnt out so fast, but it gave me something to talk about when first starting out. So.
Yeah, I remember.
It's kind of a good way to like build an audience to the speedrunner. I feel like for your personal stream, just like nothing to say, just like commentate your own runs.
Yeah, the first time, my first speed run was Link to the Past back in 2012, believe it or not. And back then, I never knew that there was a community of people who speedrun, who also speedrun games. I just always assumed that one person speedran games when I was seeing the videos on YouTube.
You're kidding. Yeah, for me it was like CGN's F-Zero GX run from AGQ 2014 and like Team Air 64's Beautiful Joe run from that same event that like really just showed me how cool speedrunning was, and I was like, I want to try that. This is so sick.
Yeah. Okay, we should talk about Five Castle now.
Yeah.
Oh, Five Castle. Definitely another level with some cool auto scroller skips. I'm trying to remember where all the coins are, because I'm trying to think if you actually do.
Yeah, here's the first coin. That's the only one I have to go out of the way for.
Okay. Oh, do you do the piranha plant skip?
No.
Okay, good.
There it is.
All right. Very nice. Yeah, each of those flying sections, you actually run out of P speed at the end, so you have like barely enough distance to make it. And then a lot of those areas, you also have barely enough space to regain your P speed before the next section. So
yeah, and that third coin, there is actually a harder strat where you can get that third coin without having to grab that last grate, but that is really hard. So you're supposed to use a pipe cannon in the corridor room. You're supposed to use a pipe cannon in order to blast through those piranha plants. But I did a damage boost wall jump. It's faster, and then I did at the start of the Ludwig fight, I damage boost through Ludwig, ground pound, and then during the power down animation, I buffered an up input in order to gain enough height to hit Ludwig just as he was about to jump away, which skips his attack phase entirely. That is a lot harder than I made that look. But we're kind of in a gauntlet here because we're in another hard level, which is 6-2. So you're supposed to ride a moat through a large pool of lava, but with precise flying, you can skip it. And 100%, this is another really difficult level because you have to do the skip while also getting star coins. So the first part here is not that bad, but the second part, there's a bub. The third star coin requires a bub bomb in order to get, and I have to grab that third coin while performing the skip. Oh, hold up. Okay.
That was a good save.
looks
Okay,
really cool
nice.
right
That
Very
was so
nice.
cool.
there. Good stuff.
Messed up and I still saved it. Oh man.
That was awesome.
Ho-ho! Number 1.
Yeah, if you mess, as you can tell, you actually don't have a lot of time to get that third star coin if you miss the bomb multiple times. Because if you miss the bomb multiple times, then eventually the lava, at some point, the lava is going to rise up, and when you mess up enough times, the lava is going to catch up to you, and you just can't get that third star coin anymore. Okay, very nice. That's another precise P speed to get at that level, and it's actually really easy to mess that part up because you have to set that up while the first platform is going down, and it's really easy to undershoot that jump. Okay, now the rest of this is not too bad. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not gonna have a leaf. I'm gonna go to a toad house and grab a leaf in order to show off a cool strat. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna grab an extra leaf by going to the toad house because I want to have leaf going into Mushroom World in order to save a lot of time there. Because the next level is gonna be really awkward to do without a leaf, which would also make the other two levels in Mushroom World, when I have to go back, awkward as well. So, a little unfortunate there. I didn't gain enough height to clear that Bonsai Bill Cannon jump, but otherwise that was a pretty good level. Alright, so this level, fortunately, in comparison to 6-2 and 6-B, is relatively easy. Normally you're supposed to go to the other side and crouch to get that star coin, but you can just fly underneath and get that instead. If I grab this gold ring, then the fireballs will turn to coins instead.
They love their coins in this game.
Yep. And then go up to the top here in order to get this star coin. Alright, so now that that's World 6 fully completed, we're now going to go back to Mushroom World. It's worth noting that you can do these set of levels in the first visit in any percent. And some people will do it if they want to get these levels out of the way sooner, because these are really hard set of levels, and I only lose 3 seconds in this category doing those set of levels first instead of at this point.
Let's go.
All right, so now we're going back to Mushroom World, we already did a lot of Mushroom World in our first visit, so we're going to now start off by doing Mushroom 3, and again, Mushroom 3 is another auto-scroller, so... I guess I can prepare to talk about the next level while we're doing this. So I'm going to grab the coin block at the start of the level, at the beginning of Mushroom Castle, so I can use the coin block to boost through a thwomp that I would otherwise have to wait for. I guess we need to talk about the coin block at this point. So the coin block, usually when you move around, as you can see, you get a bunch of coins, and it pops after the 100th coin. However, for the purposes of the speedrun, you can actually use the coin block to boost through enemies in order to just lose the coin block without losing any of your power-ups. And you probably saw a couple of times that it is abused a couple of times in order to do some strats quicker.
Yeah, so they're just broke naturally.
Okay, so I'm gonna get P-Speed here. And having P-Speed will allow me to... Normally there's like a large wall that I would have to wait for to lower. But with P-Speed, I can just fly right over the wall, and it saves a few seconds in this level. So here's
using this
large wall that I have to wait for usually, and there it is.
Nice.
So again, only saves a few seconds, but a few seconds is definitely something that you want to save in a level where you can't really save time.
Yeah, and I was just going to mention we're taking that time during the auto scroller to grab as many coins as possible because we still have to get ourselves to 1,110 lives, and we're currently at 84.
Yeah.
Every little bit counts.
All right, so going into Mushroom Castle. So again, I'm going to get this coin block. And so coming up there is a thwomp that normally you have to wait for, but I can just boost right through just like that. Use the iframes to go through that second thwomp. This level is very awkward to go through if you don't have a leaf going into this level. With the leaf, you can just fly over all of these womps and thwomps. And there's a really tight P-Speed that hopefully I can get. Nice. That's really tight to get. And normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go to the end and then build a P-Speed there and then fly up to the third star coin. So that saves 6 seconds. Okay, Larry Koopa. So interestingly about this fight is you kind of want to hang around on one side because Larry won't come out of his shell if you're on the same side that he's on. So I kind of just know when he's going to come out of the shell and then run into Larry as he's about to come up. And just like that, we have completed Mushroom World. So now we're going to go back to World 3, and since I did 3-1, we're now going to go to the bottom part and do 3-A. So the only noteworthy thing about 3-A is there are fast-moving currents that kind of push you, that always pushes you forward. Okay, good. I want to hit that switch in order to get a few extra coins here. I guess while the chat's still in the conversation about their GDQ history, one of my main inspirations of picking this game up as a speedrun was actually Etiquette's SGDQ run.
Oh, I did not know that.
As well as I was also pretty good friends with Juice ACD, who was at the time the best runner of this game. And so I used to watch Juice a lot, and then I did see Etiquette's SGDQ run live. But I really started picking this game up in 2020 when I finally got my capture card, and then I learned all my beginner strats off of Etiquette's run, and I slowly started building up by watching other top runners.
Yeah, I never could quite get a lot more optimized strats down.
It's tricky for a game like this, to say the least.
Yeah.
So much precision needed.
Number 1.
It's also a game where like you can play like closer to perfect in this game than you can in a lot of other games.
Let's go.
So it's it is punishing if you don't know like the best strats. It's still a worthy run. Like if you own the game, you own a 3DS. I would definitely recommend it as a speed run. Any of the categories really.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of room to grow. For sure.
Okay, so we're back in 3-4. So I'm at 86 lives. So what am I gonna do since we are about almost through? We're reaching the halfway point of this run, and so we're gonna go into sub area. There's no star coins, so you normally have no reason to go here. But if I do this correctly, I will get some lives.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, and with that, I will be right back.
Fair enough. All right. Sheesh.
Yeah, this is actually, funny enough, doing something different. This is also one of the best areas in the game to grind coins if you're trying to max out your coin counter. So it's just funny how like the two different things end up being in the same area of the game.
Yeah. I was wondering where we'd start doing this. I didn't know if it'd be like I didn't know what would happen for it, but I didn't expect this. That's to say the least. Oh my goodness.
I do like that MJ just left.
Yeah. So how are you doing it? How's your day?
I'm doing all right. How have you been?
I've been good. I guess my little Bezel announcement while we're here. might be something to do. Hey, if y'all enjoying the run, yeah, right now we're currently just kind of sitting here. You can catch us on YouTube, I guess, as well if you want to. Just on past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons. YouTube.com/games done quick. You could do that. If you're watching us on YouTube, you also like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date of GDQ as well. If you're at this point in the VOD, you should do that because there's nothing else to do right now for like 30 more seconds. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
We're just shooting the breeze while we're just doing this. I was not expecting this to be the way you actually got lives, by the way. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
Yeah, so there's another mode in this game called the coin rush mode, and what you do is you play the flower pack, hope that you get this level, and then you basically do the same thing, but you put the gold flower so you can get coin instead of 1-ups. In coin rush mode, you can only get up to 30,000 coins per attempt. So you get 30,000 coins, die, get the 30, and then repeat the process until you get 30,000 coins, and that is the most efficient way of grinding out your coins if you are interested in maxing your coins in order to save as much time as possible for speedrunning in this game.
So do you need to max it out once and that's it, or like does that?
Yeah.
Do you have to like keep 99 forever?
Yeah, you keep the 9 million coins on your cartridge.
I meant like, oh sorry, I was thinking the live count. Sorry, I'm still on that.
No, the life count is per save file.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
Okay, we're done.
But you don't have them all.
Oh no. Yeah, so because we still have some levels to do, I will get those lives as I finish up the rest of the levels of the game. This also means that I have to be careful of not dying because if you die a bunch of times, then that could make your life count scary throughout the rest of the run. Because the idea is you want to have crown at the end of the run.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was wondering about.
Yeah, so I actually grabbed a few extra lives in order to account for the fact that I might die for the rest of the run.
I'll just save a couple more seconds and not grind those last couple of lives.
Yeah.
I'm here for. I love strats like that. I'm here for it. Save those frames.
Yes. Yeah. So the idea is you want to try and get as many lives as you can before you get to the 1-up section, or before you get to the 1-up grinding section. So that way you can grind for. That way you save time on the grinding section. So the idea of this ghost house is there's a bunch of these moving platforms that you're supposed to wait on, but obviously we can just skip them. So fly up over here, grab this coin. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the secret exit first. So what I'm going to do in order to get to the secret exit is I'm going to turn backwards a little bit, so that way this boo... Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's get the normal exit instead. Alright, so in this case, to get the normal exit, normally you don't do this. Normally you wait on the large platform for a little bit longer and then fly up, but since I got hit there, a little bit unfortunate. That's... we'll just go for a backup strat.
Number one.
Yeah, so the normal exit will take us to 3-5, which normally you skip in the Warpless category.
Mm.
But
And
you were doing all the things.
yes, we are doing all the things.
Yeah, but then there's somewhere in this run.
That piece speed is that I just got there is actually tighter than it looks. You have just enough room to get that piece speed. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Much better approach. There we go.
Nice, nice.
So this secret exit would usually allow you to skip 3-5, which you take in most other categories. So yeah. So 3-5 is a water level, and then it has bloopers, which are usually kind of painful to deal with. So we'll see what happens here.
Oh, this level, yes. I remember this level.
So there are two parts. The other gimmick behind this level is that there are these rolling rocks that you can use in order to break these blocks. As you can see, you need one of these rolling rocks in order to get this star coin. Ooh, that blooper was in a weird position, but that's okay. Now, these bloopers, they kind of just like home in on you when you're trying to deal with them. Okay, so there's a large boulder that we have to right here, and we need this in order to get this last star coin. Otherwise, normally you can just swim around the rocks without needing to get the star coins in like a category called no secret exits, where you don't get any of the secret exits. So you do this level in that category. Normally, when you fall down that spot that I just fell down at, you will hit the floating rock. But one thing, it's probably hard to notice when you swipe as you're falling off a ledge, you fall down faster.
Three Castle, another very cycle-based level.
Yeah, so we got these razor blades that we have to dodge, grab that first coin, and then there's a really cool piece speed that hopefully I can get. Oh, didn't get it. So if I got that piece speed, I would have flown over that large saw, but there's a backup over here. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately, that only loses a second. Not too bad. But you do want to have peace speed going through that room, so you can fly over all those saw blades.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we're going to be fighting Wendy Koopa. So Wendy's going to start by flooding the room with water, and you cannot hit Wendy while she's in water, so you have to kind of wait for the water to drain. Unless you have the fire flower, then you can hit Wendy in the water, and it can save time, but it's not worth having a fire flower just to save time in this fight.
I can imagine having the Tanuki see like this. It's just better for levels after this, for sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, now that we've beaten World 3, now would be a good time for a break once again.
Yeah, when I transition to World 4, yeah.
Sounds good, sounds good. Can you believe an hour's already passed? That's wild.
I know.
All right.
All right, cool. So we'll pause right here and we'll take another break real quickly. So we'll be back after a short break, everybody. Be sure to stand up and stretch, get some water, get a little something to eat if you need to, use the restroom, do what you gotta do. We'll be back in a few minutes with the rest of this New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. 2 episode, right? Excuse me, my bad. We'll be back with that. Welcome back, everybody, to Do All the Things, the Hotfix show about 100% speedruns and completionist categories in general. We're at the tail end of this New Super Mario Bros. 2 100% run with M-Chan here, so let's get back to it. Let's finish this one off. Let's do it. This has been a great run so far.
Thank you very much. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I will go ahead and resume the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
All right. So going into World 4. World 4 is the longest world in the game. If you count the levels of World 4, this has the most amount of levels out of every world in the game. Which is an interesting contrast to most other categories, because in most other categories, this is the shortest world in the run. But it's 100%, so we have to do everything. So we're going to be in World 4 for a while.
Nice little shell grab for the coin there.
Yeah. And then there's also these mini Goombas, where normally when they latch onto you, then they'll reduce your jump height, but you can actually swipe them and get rid of them easily, which is what happened earlier. All right, so going into 4 Ghosts, we have to pretty much follow the walls of this level. It's pretty much the gimmick of this one, so you can essentially call this a bit of an auto-scroller. And we have to do this twice because there is a secret exit. I'm going to get the normal exit first so I can get 4-2 out of the way. Because 4-2, it's really easy to get hit in 4-2. So I want to... so if I get hit, then I can go back to 4 Ghost and grab a leaf in 4 Ghost without wasting any time. Yeah, so there's not very many categories where you do most of World 4. So very often, these levels kind of go unpracticed as a result.
Yeah. Like, you definitely do all the numbered levels in, like, no secret exits, but you definitely... There's all the way up to 4C in this one, so...
Yeah.
But even then, there's one level, I think... Is it the end of World 4 or end of World 5? There's one level where when you do it in no secret exits, it is... you basically just don't even do the level because you just fly over the whole thing.
Oh, that is...
obviously you're...
That's 5-6.
That is 5-6, okay, yeah. But, like, obviously, you have to get the coins in this, so it's going to be a little bit different.
Ho-ho, number 1.
All right, right, time to do 4-2. So again, there's a lot of enemies in just one. There's gonna be like a part in 4-2 where there's like a lot of enemies in like one really compact space. So it's really hard to go through that section without getting hit. So we'll see what happens. And this is why I'm. Well, that's not where I want. That's not where I want to get hit. So that actually is a little unfortunate. I'm not going to equip my leaf just yet. I'm going to save it for... well... Alright, hold up. Okay. Okay. You can actually boost that Piranha Plant by doing a tail swipe, but you can also sometimes get hit in the process, and that would be very... The rest of the level would be very scary without a leaf. And there's a cool strat that I want to do if I have a leaf, which is right here. So I'm going to hit this Koopa, grab its shell right away, and I'm going to hover over all these Piranha Plants, and I'm going to stand right here, throw the shell at that star coin, and then beat the level.
Wow.
Nice.
Number 1.
So that was a little bit rough, but it could have gone much worse. So I'm glad we were able to mitigate the damage in this level. Alright, so now we're going to go back to 4 Ghosts and get the Secret X in. Fortunately, there is a leaf that I can get here that doesn't lose any time because I have to wait for the whole level to go through. I guess while we're going through this, if you guys are liking what you're seeing and you like and you're enjoying me as a runner, I stream the new, not just this game, but also other games in the New Super Mario series. I mainly run this game and New Super Luigi U as out of all the 5 NSMB games. But I also run 2D Zelda games as well. So if those are your type of content, then that is what I mainly stream. So you can check me out at twitch.tv/mchan338.
Yeah, last time you were on my show, you ran linked past 100%. Like, I think over a year ago now at this point. That's really cool too.
Yeah, for sure.
Good to have you back once again.
I always find it funny, like some runners just have like some odd game pairings. Like you wouldn't think of New Super Mario Brothers and 2D Zelda going together.
Yeah.
I know you've also dabbled in a little bit of Pokemon as well.
Yeah, I have ran mainly Gen 1, Red and Yellow.
Yeah.
In the Pokemon community.
If you think those are raw, don't look at my Speedrun.com profile. I've run like WarioWare a few times, along with mainly like 2D platformers or anything else. And like I ran a racing game for the first time ever, like last year pretty much. So there we go.
Okay, so one thing to talk about there was I grabbed the coin block so I can use it to boost through one of the amps. If you get hit by an amp, then you get electrified and then lose your power up and then lose all your speed. So you lose quite a bit of time if you get hit by an amp in this level. So I used the coin block to kind of abuse that in order to not deal with the animation. So yeah, so that was 4-B, and now we're gonna go back up and do 4-A. And 4-A, usually pretty easy when you're not getting star coins, but it's a pretty hard level with the star coins. As midway throughout the level, there is going to be a mini mushroom, and as we know, any level that has that involves using a mini mushroom, very hard. This first part is also really hard because I have to ground pound through these blocks and then deal with all these bouncing Goombas. Okay, there we go. It's very easy to get hit by those Goombas. I actually took it safe. You can go a lot faster than that, but it's really easy to get hit. Hover up to this star coin over here. And I'm going to hit this block, which will contain the mini mushroom. And I have to wait for the mini mushroom to get up to this part. I'm gonna get all these Goombas out of the way, so that way they don't respawn when I come back up. And just like that.
Perfect.
Nice.
So you want to keep the mini mushroom for Fordash Tower because the second star coin of Fordash Tower requires the mini mushroom. So I have to try not to die. And this is unfortunately another auto scroller, and I have to do it twice because there is a secret exit in this level.
Oh no.
But yeah, going back to the other conversation. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Link to the Past was my first speedrun, and then I started branching out into other games throughout my speedrunning career. I ran a bit of Mario 64. I used to run. I ran a bit of Super Mario World. But out of all the games that I branched into, I find that the 2D Zelda games, as well as New Super Mario Bros., appeal to me most.
That's completely valid, honestly. I started myself with like Kirby games, and then I branched out to like Metroid like later that year, and then from there I've kind of just been running kind of whatever myself.
Yeah,
It all
there are
depends, like,
definitely
what I'm
some
like at
runners
the
that just
time,
run
usually.
whatever that they enjoy.
Yeah, it all depends on what I'm like at the time, I guess. Usually,
Yeah.
like, I think a couple of years ago I started running like Bust a Move 99 and also Lego Racers. That's like the new runs I learned that year. You know, two random SC4 games I enjoyed, especially growing up.
Yeah, for me, I was primarily Pokemon. This game actually came out of just like the sheer excitement of me getting a 3DS capture card. It was like I looked around my room and was like, what other 3DS games do I have? And so that's how I ended up with this game. And then I've only more recently started branching out of Pokemon, even though I've been doing it for 12 years at this point.
Yeah, it's cool to see you run Expedition 33 to say the least.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
It's such a good game. All right. Now, if you remember 6 Tower, we said that's got to be the hardest one. Look at this. This is only World 4. This is so much harder than 6.
Yeah, this is
real?
definitely the hardest one. And that's not even a joke. Usually I joke about hard bosses, but that's not a joke.
Yes.
Yeah, so we gotta do this again in order to get the secret exit. And we actually need the fire flower for the secret exit, so I'll just grab it. There's a later fire flower that you can get as well. Doesn't really matter when you get it.
We're gonna have an announcement during this time then.
Sure.
Hell yeah. If y'all ever curious about what's going on the Hotfix, by the way, you should check out his week schedule and explore our full season lineup at gq.gg/Hotfix. You can also expect for our schedule pulls it up too. So after this, we have also the show Parallel Universe. Show a bunch of like fan games and other stuff like that, which has a Super Mario. If I recall correctly, has a Super Mario World like fan game after this, and also a Link to the Past randomizer. I think it's a race if I recall correctly, so that should be a lot of fun. I took your friends of mine as well, Marcy and Lori. Plus, of course, this weekend we also have, our Latin celebration, Latin American Heritage Month celebration. It's a 4th annual one. It's happening. You should join us 1 p.m. Eastern time, September 27th, 28th, tomorrow and Sunday, for a bunch of speedruns featuring Latin American and Hispanic runners, presented by Latinos and Hispanics in speedrunning. Type I can't say it for some reason. !LHS in chat. There, I did it. To join the community. Or !LATAM LATAM for the full schedule. It is a hot schedule, I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so one of the reason I grabbed that star is because one of the piranha plants, one of those pipes that I went into has a piranha plant in it, and you use the star to boost that piranha plant in order to get to the secret exit.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna do 4C, which is the secret level of that secret exit later. So we're going to first do 4-3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the shell, hit it. It's going to hit that block so I can get that star coin. And I'm going to build up P-speed over here. Start flying, grab that third coin, then fly up in order to skip all this mess over here. Do a triple jump in order to get up to this part.
I did it.
And then I'm going to get P-speed in order to fly over that big piranha plant as well as those stairs, and that's the level.
That honestly doesn't look much different than what you would do in like no secret exits. Like the star coins just aren't even that far out of the way.
Yeah.
It's really just that one at the beginning with the shell.
Let's go.
Okay, so this next level, I do have to do this level. I have to make sure I do this level fast because the fastest end time is either a 45 or a 46 at the end. So hopefully I don't slow down too much to be on pace for a 44.
Yeah, because as a reminder, fireworks in this game are based on the last digit of the timer. If that digit matches the world that you are in. So since this is world 4, ending with a 4 would give you 4 fireworks.
Yep. So I hit that vine block, and then while I'm waiting for the vine to ascend up, I grab the extra leaf, because having 2 leaves is good. There's a damage boost strat later on in World 4 that, so I grabbed the extra leaf in order to prepare for that. Okay, there we go.
Nice. It lingered on that 5 for a little bit.
I know. Yeah, just for reference, an in-game second in this game is 3/4 of a real second. All right, so now we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to 4-C. So 4-C has a lot of these fuzzies, and they're usually kind of a pain to deal with unless you either have the Fire Flower or the Super Leaf. So fly over these. Grab that first coin. Normally, you're supposed to use these POW blocks and get rid of these fuzzies. But obviously, that's slow.
It is satisfying to just see them all poof away, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get rid of that guy, fly over this. I'm gonna go and get rid of you. You can go underneath that guy, but you still have to deal with him on the way out. So I just get rid of him on the way to the star coin.
Ho-ho, number 1. Yo.
All right, this next level is a water level. The only noteworthy thing about this water level is we have to deal with the big cheep that normally will actually eat you, and you just die if you get eaten by it. But if you have the super leaf, then you can just kill him very easily.
Yeah, and there's also these little jet streams of water that when they show up, you want to try to get in there. Just, give yourself a little bit of a speed boost.
Yeah. Yeah, this fish is terrifying usually when you play this game casually.
think I knew. I've done this level. Because, so, full disclosure, I've never done 100%, but I've done the other, like, main categories of this game. I don't know if I knew that you could kill it with the super leaf. Because I remember having troubles, like, avoiding this stupid fish.
Yeah, I've only picked up no secret exits very recently and only done a very few runs of it. And my main categories of this game are Warpless All Castles and 100%. That hit is unfortunate. That's okay.
How much does the No Secret Exits run differ from like this run beside just there being no star coins?
You mainly fly over a bunch of levels in all in the levels that are exclusive to No Secret Exits. So yeah.
Yeah,
Most
and you
makes
don't
sense,
do. Yeah, you also obviously because you're not doing the secret exits, you don't get like some of the side levels as well. So you pretty much go through. You go like through the main path of each world for the most part. There's some deviations, but actually, I was reminded when you were doing it earlier. We actually don't do 4 ghosts in No Secret Exits. You go up and around to do 4A.
Yeah, you can take the star coin paths, because those don't count as secret exits. Okay, nice. That's a really precise jump to make, usually, and then you do a damage boost because you can't really get past that part without there's not really a good way of dodging those spiky balls, so you just take the damage boost. If I still had my second leaf, then I normally don't get that leaf, but I need a leaf going into World 5. But yeah, a couple things to know about Fort Castle. You saw that I, of course, manipulated getting us another star from a roulette block, use it to go through a good part of the level. And then, of course, that really precise jump that I made in order to get up to the top pipe. Otherwise, normally you're supposed to go get that star coin, then go to the bottom, which will still take you to the same part. But what I did saves 2 seconds. Also, very hard fight against Morton Koopa.
Yeah.
For real?
All right, so now we're going back to World 5, and we still have the long part of World 5 to do. So here we go.
Let's go.
Starting off with 5-2. So 5-2 is another level with Lakitu. And this one's actually pretty difficult to do. So I'm going to get this coin ring, so that way the Lakitus don't throw the spinies at us. Instead, they're going to throw coins. And then I'm going to grab this star over here. Use this Lakitu cloud. I actually have to use the Lakitu cloud in order to get up to this pipe because you can't fly high enough to reach this pipe. And then use the invincibility star to go through all those piranha plants to get that star coin. And I'm going to set a P speed in order to skip needing a Lakitu cloud. Nice. And then grab this star from this roulette block.
Lakitu's right there.
Nice. That's really hard to do.
Very clean.
More coins.
Yeah. So the reason that's really hard because you have to know where that pipe is in order to get up there. You can either undershoot or overshoot getting that to that pipe, and then most of the time you'll run out of P speed before you have a chance of getting into that pipe. So it's a very specific strat. All right, 5-3 is yet again another level where we have to a mini mushroom is required. So I first have to jump over all this. Okay, very nice. Normally you're supposed to use these pipe cannons in order to go through the level. Obviously we're just gonna fly through. hit this block, grab the mini mushroom. And then as soon as I blast from this pipe can, I'm going to equip my leaf. That's the part where you need the mini mushroom. There is a faster way of getting this Koopa shell, but it's also very easy to get hit in the process. So I took that part safe. Throw out that star coin, and then that's the level.
That level is very different than how you do it in other categories.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so coming up is 5-Tower. So there are 2 parts of the level where we have to skip riding the grate up to the top of the level while lava is rising. And it is very difficult to do. So first I gotta spend these star coins and we'll begin the level.
Yeah, so this is all about managing and keeping your P speed. The way you're supposed to do this whole section has lava that's rising, and then you're supposed to ride the various grates up to the top, but with some well-timed jumps and 1 tile wide landing platforms, which is a thing that these kind of levels love to do. 6-Tower was similar. You can do that, and then similar thing here.
There's a hard strat I'm going to go for. I'll go for it, but then if I die, I'm going to go for the safer strat. Yes!
That is very impressive.
If you run out of P speed, it is very easy to run out of P speed there, and if you run out of P speed, then you die.
And then we talked about this level during the break as well. Like you weren't kidding about it being kind of like a flex level, I guess.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
There are definitely a couple ways you can get through that last section, and some of them are just end up taking a little bit longer than others. But that was basically flawless.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that one part where I say you don't have a lot of room, like it's that you definitely don't have a lot of room because what happened because when you start doing the skip you actually have to commit to it. You can't just not do it because the lava will just catch up to you by the time you like go back to riding the grate. So definitely one of the hardest levels of the run, if not the hardest. And there's already a lot of hard levels. So this is definitely up there as one of the hardest levels in the run. So 5-4, blue mushrooms go down, the pink mushrooms go up. It's all there was to talk about for that level.
And one of them went very up.
Yeah, one of them went very high up, which definitely one of those levels where it's like really easy to miss that star coin on that one where it went up really high up. Because usually most of them like they only go down a certain height. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. All right, so hopefully if I do the rest of the level correctly, then I should get a 56. Okay, good. You're supposed to land on that bullet bill in order to get that star coin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm you scared for a second.
Yeah. And if you're too slow, then you can actually get crushed by those green blocks. So you have to be fast enough.
Wow.
All right, 5-6, last level before Star World, and this is the level that Etiquette mentioned that it's actually a really funny level in the No Secret Exits category because you can actually just fly through this whole level. So it's a very different level in 100%.
Yeah, basically, it's one of the few levels in the game where you start. So there's no ceiling, and you start at a higher elevation than where you're supposed to end. So you can literally just run, jump, and glide all the way down. And then you just have to know when to let go, so that way you don't. Oh, you can't overshoot, but so that way you're doing it optimally.
Yeah. Okay, you saw that I waited there because you can actually break that pipe that you're supposed to go into, which would mean you can't get the second star coin anymore. Ooh, okay, good. All right, kept my leave, which is good. And all right, so we already did the castle, and now all that's left is to do Star World now. And we actually have Crown lives.
Let's go.
Usually in temps, I try to get. I would actually have Crown lives like somewhere in Star World. Because I would grind for a little bit less lives, but since this is GDQ, we wanna, play a little bit safe.
You really need every star coin adds to Star World in this. It's wild.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you need 90 star coins in order to enter Star World. And there's another category called All Castles where you try to get 90 star coins as fast as you can in order to get to Star World, which is a really cool category for anybody interested in that. Maybe I could show that off in the future, do all the things.
I'd be down, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and in All Castles, you don't get any of the moon coins, which are this world's star coins. So you just basically do all the levels as fast as you can, but it's very different when you have to get the moon coins, which I think makes the levels very interesting in 100%.
So notice the coin design's a little different on the bottom screen now, or maybe I just didn't notice correctly. What are these called now if it's not star coins?
Moon coins.
Oh, just moon coins straight up. All right. Oh, now I'm seeing the moon. Never mind. I couldn't notice it for some reason on my end.
I was trying to get P-Speed there. It's really hard to get P-Speed. You can save like 3 seconds if you get P-Speed because there's a star coin or a moon coin right here that you can just fly in order to get. But unfortunately, it's a really hard P-Speed to get.
Number 1.
All right, going into Star Dash 3. Again, another easy level if you're not getting moon coins. Basically, Star World's really easy if you don't plan on getting moon coins, but when you are, then they kind of are. Like, Star World in this game, in comparison to a lot of Star Worlds in most other Mario games, is not super hard. But it's also really easy to mess up. Oh, man. Trying to swim in between those ghosts is really precise. And then I want to try and get P-Speed here. Good. And that's so I can hover over to this part, hit this hidden block, which will take us to our next sub area. Yeah, so those womps won't hit you unless they are on the ground, which is why I was able to get away with that without getting hit. So it's not as scary as it's not as scary as it looks. Okay, but the next level here, which is Star 4, is another auto-scroller, but it's also a pretty terrifying auto-scroller because I have to go through the whole auto-scroller as Mini Luigi, and the gimmick behind here is I have to dodge this Porcupuffer the whole time as Mini Luigi.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be super, super scary.
And the reason that Mini Mushroom is required is because there is a mini pipe at the end of the level that I have to go to as Mini Luigi. Fortunately, there are Koopa Troopas I can use in order to defeat the Porcupuffer as much as I can. He does respawn after a while, but it's always good to kill him as much as you can, so you don't have, so it makes the level the least stressful as possible.
So is that mini pipe you have to get to required at the end?
Yes.
So in that case, if you get there and not mini, you just kind of have to redo the level again?
Yeah.
That's so mean.
Because that mini mushroom pipe, or that mini mushroom that I just hit, is the only mini mushroom. So I'm actually gonna skip this checkpoint because I won't have another chance for a mini mushroom if I
That's so
die.
mean.
Right? You really put a checkpoint there to make you not become mini. just to tease you, I guess.
It should also be worth noting that if you play this game in co-op mode, then your coins are actually doubled, so it's actually much easier to get lives. But obviously, that's a much different category.
A lot of flex of collecting a 1-up there when you already have maxed out lives.
Okay, so this is the mini pipe, and all that just to get that moon coin.
Sheesh.
So now, since I don't need any more, we're going to go ahead and equip our leaf back again, and then go through the rest of the level.
Honestly, that to me alone is impressive, being able to keep the main mushroom that long, because, like, the different physics always mess with me when it comes to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ho-ho, number one. Yo.
Okay, Star Dash 5. Yet again, another level with Lakitus that we're going to try and skip with precise flying. I'm going to try and build up P-Speed. Get that guy out of the way. Fly up, get this moon coin. Fly down below to get that moon coin. Normally you're supposed to wait for the platform to fall down in order to get that moon coin, but that's slow. And then normally you're supposed to use a Lakitu Cloud to get up to this pipe, but you can just fly up to the pipe. Alright. Okay, Star 6 is another auto-scroller. Fortunately, not as stressful as Star Dash 4. So definitely time to, like, if you're on a good pace going into this level, then it's definitely a good mentality reset point. But at the same time, it could be a curse because that's like 2.5 minutes of thinking about how you're going to mess up Star 7 Star Castle.
I don't have any more announcements to read or anything. I've gone through my whole list at this point because of the other scrollers, but I could reiterate once again that it is currently September, I guess. So if anyone in chat is enjoying, like, you know, the Hotfix content and in general our weekly content overall, consider subscribing right now for 25% off, you know, for either 1 month, 3 month, or 6 months in a row if you want to. That's a thing going on, and September ends like next week, so now's the time if you want to do that for sure. You also get like exclusive emotes after reviewing and access to chat and replays as well. By the way, thank you for watching regardless. Thanks for being here tonight, everybody. Thanks for spending time with us on GDQ Hotfix. It's always appreciated.
Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in for the run. And it's always a pleasure, you know, being part of GDQ. I've done I believe this is my fourth GDQ Hotfix run on the channel, so it's always a pleasure being a part of GDQ. You know, I haven't done a main event run yet, but it's always a pleasure doing GDQ Hotfix. You know, being showcased on GDQ in some way. You know, as a longtime fan of these events.
In my opinion, you're definitely overdue for a mainline GDQ run because like your run's always a lot of fun to watch in marathons.
Thank you.
I know we spent a lot of marathons in general too, but it's always a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, the closest I've actually gotten into GDQ was me being on backup in AGDQ 2023. Which I didn't get to run, but I'm currently wearing the AGDQ 2023 T-shirt that I got when I was a backup runner.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
What'd you get on backup that year?
New Super Luigi, 100%.
Sounds like it's due for a resubmission.
I gotta agree, honestly.
Yeah. Again, we'll see what's going on, personal circumstances.
Right.
I got engaged recently, so we'll see.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ho-ho, number 1.
All right, so we're finally done with Star 6. So now we have Star 7, Star Castle. So here we go.
Let's go.
So this level has like a lot of these fire snakes, lava bubbles coming out of the lava. Go and fly up. Hit this hidden vine block in order to get this in order to get to the second moon coin. Just like that. I'm gonna try and set up a triple jump in order to fly over a fire bar. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do a damage boost to go to... You're supposed to wait for all those fireballs, but that's slow.
Very nice.
Ho-ho, number 1.
That level looked very scary.
It's a very scary level. That level is actually a lot harder. It's really easy if you mess up. It's really easy to die if you mess up. Okay, now going to Star Castle. So the Koopalings are back, and they're going to turn us into stone. This is much harder than in Six Dash Castle. Right here, I'm going to do a damage boost because while I have iframes, they can't turn me into stone while I have iframes. So we abuse that by getting hit at a certain point right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit this item block over here, grab that leaf. And I want to try and get P-speed here. Good. And that'll make getting the third coin easier while still maintaining P-speed. Because you cannot skip this entire block snake section, but you can skip the second half of it, which is what I'll try and do. So once again, if you're not behind the walls, then you will get turned to stone. Nice. So that's actually a lot tighter than that looked. Than it looks. They can actually flash attack you right at towards the end there.
Yeah, that was like literally about to happen right there. He just got away from it in time.
Okay, it's Dry Bowser. Ooh, oh man.
Nailed it again. Let's go.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen now? Now that we defeated Dry Bowser?
It must be over.
It's gotta be. It's not.
Oh no! Who could have saw this coming?
Are we getting the driest Bowser? It's just like a pile of dust or something. I don't know.
Oh man. Alright. So yeah, the escape sequence of Star Castle. It's basically the same as the escape sequence in Six Dash Castle, except the platforms are smaller. So it's a little bit difficult in that sense, but the way we do the escape sequence is basically the same.
Yeah, I could see the smaller platforms being a problem if you don't have the Tanuki suit, but I mean, you only need like a tile to regain your P speed, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so once again, I'm counting 4 swipes in order to get up to this part, and then it takes 5 swipes to get up there, but you can get up there in 4, but you have to wait for the 5th swipe. And then the 3rd swipe, and then you can, on this 3rd section, you can get up there in 3. Now, also, just like in the escape sequence in Six Dash Castle, there is a giant switch that you hit in order to defeat Dry Bowser. Normally that is when time ends, but that is not the case in 100%. There's going to be 2 text boxes at the end of this level, and that's when time ends. The second text box will be the final text box that confirms that you have 100% of the game. Okay. Did I not die this run?
I don't think you did. Yeah.
I don't think you did.
That's impressive.
I was gonna say anything until the end, but yeah, you did. You're super clean with it, to say the least.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm really happy with this run.
Yeah, you did amazingly.
Yeah, I haven't ran this category in like over a year, so I was a little worried when I was derusting in preparation for this. But I'm really happy that this run went as well as it did. Okay, time's coming up. Time.
GG's.
2:42:58.
Sheesh.
All right, that's actually really close to my PB. So yeah, I think actually let's look up. My PB is around a mid 2:42. So that was really close.
Yeah, that was for a run like that, being like, especially with how long it is and how difficult it is, like being that close to your PB is really impressive. While commentating the game too.
Yeah.
So like, major props to you on that one. Honestly, get some more GGs in the chat. Like more of them, please. Give us more.
Thank you. And there's the 5 stars confirming that this is indeed 100%. So yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I had a lot of fun being a part of Do All the Things once again. Thank you, Shasta, for inviting me onto the show. And thank you, Etiquette, for joining me on commentary.
Of course, yeah. Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot. Like I said, I haven't run this category before, but I've definitely watched it. But there are a lot of little things I didn't know about, so this was really cool.
Yeah. All right. With that, I already said my shoutouts sometime during, I already said my promotions. Twitch.tv/mchanted8. I speedrun new Super Mario Bros. Games as well as the Zelda series mainly. So yeah, go ahead and follow me on Twitch if you enjoyed what you saw, and you can also check out Etiquette. Really awesome Pokemon spinner, as well as Expedition 33. So you can be sure to check him out as well. He's also really awesome. You can also check out Shasta as well. He's also awesome as well.
Thank you.
And yeah, with that, that's all I have for this run. Thank you all, everybody, for watching, and enjoy the next show coming up.
Yep, we got Parallel Universe after this with Helix. It will be a Super Mario World Kaizo fan game with my friend Marcy. And also after that, I looked past randomizer, I think he's Sandy Race, if I recall correctly, with both Marcy and my friend Lordy Benkin. So stick around for that, everybody. And that's it for all the things this week. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks from now.